here is my Game Week 29 team. So without further ado, let me run through what I've done this week for Game Week 29. So in goal, I'm going with Jose Sa. The Wolves keeper plays against Everton. Pretty easy fixture there, not going to lie. Yes, Wolves have lost their last 3 matches in a row, but they're playing Everton. They're sitting 17th in the Premier League. They've won 1 match in 2022. Really poor from them. Yes, Wolves have lost their last 3 on the bounce, but they're still one of the best defensive sides in the league. So that's why I'm going with Sa in goal. Also, I've got Guaita on the bench. He plays Man City. So yeah, I'm probably going to go with Jose Sa in goal for this week. But in the defence, we've got Tyreek Mitchell, we've got Marc Cucurella, we've got João Cancelo. So Marc Cucurella has a double game week where he plays Liverpool as well as Tottenham. So 2 tough fixtures there. But you never know, anything can happen in the Premier League. João Cancelo's got a slight illness, so he may not play. The likelihood is he probably won't play because, you know, City have such a deep squad, they can chuck anyone they want in that left-back position. Whether they chuck Zinchenko there, or they may even chuck Kyle Walker if they wanted to, or Laporte, or John Stones probably could play there. So you never know, Cancelo may not play, but he's always in there just in case because Pep Guardiola loves him. Then we got Tyreek Mitchell, like I said, he plays City. A tough fixture there on paper for Palace, but Palace did beat City earlier on in the season, so anything can happen. We don't know. But in the midfield, we got Kevin De Bruyne, we got Felipe Coutinho, we've got Conor Gallagher, we got Rafinha, we got Mo Salah. So let's start off with De Bruyne. So De Bruyne plays Palace. A reasonable fixture there for De Bruyne. He just scored 2 goals against Man United on the weekend. Brilliant result there for City. Then we got Coutinho in there too. He had a brilliant weekend as well. He could have scored a hat-trick against Southampton, but in the end, he only had to settle with a goal as well as an assist, as well as all 3 bonus points. So yeah, he's done really well there. Then we got Conor Gallagher in there, who I always want to call Noel Gallagher. Well, I don't know, it just reminds me of Noel Gallagher when I look at him. Not because of his face, but because of his name. So yeah, he's gone off the boil a bit lately, but 3 weeks ago, he did get 12 points against Watford. He got himself a goal, he got himself an assist, so you couldn't, well, he hasn't really gone off the ball, but yeah, that was probably his biggest points haul return in the last, 7-8 game weeks. Then he plays City, so I don't know if I want to play him or not, because he is probably Palace's best player. He has been this season, but at the same time, I'm looking at my bench. I've got Mikel Antonio on there against Villa. You never know what could happen. I've got Ben Johnson on there against Villa. He's a rotation risk, but you know, West Ham top side, probably slightly better than Villa, as well as having Kostas Tsimikas on there who has a double game week. So, you know, tempting to drop Gallagher, but I'm probably going to stick with him because he is a talented asset as well. Just remembered, if you scroll back to game week 10, he managed to get himself 1 goal, 1 assist against Man City. So you never know what can happen with him. So I'm just going to keep him in there probably. Then we got Rafinha in there too. He plays Norwich. A juicy fixture there on paper for Leeds. Yes, Norwich have looked well under Dean Smith. Better under Dean Smith than they have under Daniel Farke. But Leeds are probably going to have too much for them. They did look great against Leicester. Yes, they lost 1-0, but they threatened throughout the match. They still press, but not as much pressure as they did under Bielsa, so they don't have to change too much in their tactics. But yeah, they did look pretty decent. Rafinha, he's been poor of late. He hasn't done anything in the last 3 matches, but he is Rafinha. He is Leeds' best player. He probably could play at a better club if someone came in for him. So yeah, he's staying right in the team. Then we're going to have Salah as captain because, you know, he plays Brighton, he plays Arsenal. Yes, he hasn't scored of late. He's hit the post twice against Inter Milan. He was poor against West Ham, but this man's name is Mohamed Salah. What does Mohamed Salah do? Score goals. If he's going to be angry that he hasn't scored against West Ham as well as Inter Milan when he's had chances to, he's me chomping at the bit for this weekend's match against Brighton. So hopefully he can get on the score sheet, as well as me being a Liverpool fan too. I want Liverpool to win, to chase Man City right to the wire. Yeah, so that's my midfield. But in the attack, I've got Broja. He plays Watford. Southampton did lose 4-0 to West Ham, Aston Villa on the weekend, but before that they were on an outstanding run. 2-0 against Norwich, 2-0 against Everton, 1-1 against United, 3-2 win against Spurs, 1-1 against City. They lost 3-1 to Wolves, but then they beat Brentford 4-1. They drew 1-1 with Spurs. They beat West Ham 3-2. They drew 2-2 with Crystal Palace. They've been playing really well, so you would expect them to probably brush aside Watford on the weekend. Then finally, we got Ollie Watkins in there. He's been a bit hit of miss of late, but he has got himself 2 goals in his last 2 matches, which we love to see from Ollie Watkins right there. Brilliant stuff from the lad. So he's staying right in my team. On my bench, I got Guaita, I got Tsimikas, I got Antonio, I've got Johnson. I've said that already, so yes, they could come in because, you know, Tsimikas with his double game week is rather tempting, but who do you take out? Antonio against Villa's tempting. Johnson against Villa's tempting. But who do you take out? You could take out Mitchell against City, but you never know. Palace might put off an absolute masterclass at Selhurst Park. You don't know. but I think I'm going to stick with that team. Probably won't make any transfers, although Arsenal assets are very tempting because of their double game week. So are Chelsea because of their double game week as well. So yeah, they are tempting, but I think I'm going to stick with that team for game week 29. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button. Also, if you have any comments or questions about my team, about your team, put them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. Catch you in the next one.